pomades. And I've just got it all down my leggings. Brilliant. All over the place. North. Oh, I could have sat like this. Nope. Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. For today's video I'm in my October background. I mean, it's Halloween this month. I've got Halloween decorations behind me. I'm feeling the vibe, but it's not a Halloween related video. None of my videos in October are. But nevertheless, we're going to embrace the Halloween spirit and October month vibe with this Halloween backdrop. Also, if my appearance is a little bit bedraggled, not my hair but like more my makeup, then let's just ignore it because it's just been one of them days. But for today's video I have got my drugstore like makeup essentials, and it's all in this bag, which is actually from Primark because the only drugstore bag I have is the Zoella one, and that's in my school sports bag with some of my essentials in, which was in last month's video. So again, makeup bags from Primark are like cheaper than drugstore ones anyway, so that's where I'd recommend makeup bags because they also do some really nice ones. But we're not here for the makeup bag, we're in here for the content. So in here I have got literally a full face of makeup, which is completely drugstore. Now I think there's one that like breaks the exception, but I'll explain that when we get to it. So I kind of wanted to do it in order, but in the bag it's not in order, it's just kind of been chucked in. So I'm just going to start off with what's on top. Lipsticks. So something that you'd probably come to last in your makeup routine, but my lipstick recommendation slash drugstore go-tos. Now my favourite is the Sleek Matte Me. Now this is in Birthday Suit. It is the only one I have of the Matte Me's, but it is an incredible formula and I would like totally recommend it. And once my makeup ban's like been lifted or I can buy makeup again, I will be definitely getting some more of these and like shades to suit me because I really like the formula of this liquid lipstick, and it's not really drying either. And because I have like really dry chapped lips, you actually cannot tell where some matte lipsticks just dry my lips out far too much. Also the Revolution lipsticks, I don't know what like range this is out of. I've actually got this on today, although it's probably come off, but it's in the shade Saviour Will Come, and I just really like the colour of it, but also just the textures in general of Revolution lipsticks. The next thing I've come to is concealers. Now the collection Lasting Perfection is a no-brainer for Drugstore Essentials. Here I just have the shade Cool Medium and the green colour correcting one, but these are like my holy grail concealers. And then I've also got a Rimmel Lasting Finish concealer, which is a bit more on the pricier side like compared to the collection ones, but this is really good because it's quite thick, so it's good for dark circles and also spots like and blemishes because I've tried it on them before. But what I use this for is for carving out my eyebrows. It's a really nice concealer for doing that. For primer, Nivea Men's Post Shave Balm. I mean I was a bit late to jump on this bandwagon, but everybody raves about it on YouTube. It's such a good primer. So this is my drugstore primer. And then I have the Barry M Makeup Setting Spray in Matte Finish. Now I stumbled across this when I went on a school trip to Spain because I needed a small setting spray to take with me because I didn't want to take a really big one, and I came across this and I love the feeling and finish that it gives to my skin because it's really hydrating but also gives you like a matte coverage, and because I have quite an oily T-zone, it really makes a difference when I use this like on top of my makeup and underneath. Next I've got eyeshadow, and I've only ever tried one eyeshadow like brand from the drugstore and it is by far my favourite. Like I don't think I'd venture out anywhere else for drugstore eyeshadow. and it is the Revolution eyeshadows. These are just the matte ones, and even with the matte ones you can create some really pretty looks. But Revolution also do dupes for high-end makeup palettes. 2 months ago they brought out like a dupe for the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette, and when I looked at the colours and then looked at my palette, I really couldn't tell that much different. Obviously I haven't tried the pigmentation. They also do the dupes for the chocolate bar palettes by Too Faced, so there's lots of variety, and Revolution eyeshadows are just a go-to for me. Moving on to brows, I've got the Rimmel London brow pencil, which I've actually got on today, and I kind of fell out of love with this and kind of just lost it. But then I found it again and I've started to use it, and I actually really love it. I prefer it to my like pomades. You can create like a natural look and just like fill in the sparse areas of your brows, or you can do a bolder brow with this. Also for brows, I've got the Maybelline Brow Drama Sculpting Brow Mascara. Now I just have the transparent and medium brown one, and they are really good for setting your brows and filling in the sparse areas as well, which is why I've got 2 shades. I've got the transparent one to set my brows when I have a brow product in them already, and I've got the medium brown one to put over my brows if I'm just having like a lazy day and I'm not putting any product in them. That doesn't really make sense because I kind of contradict myself because I put the brown mascara on, but you get what I mean. Then I've got foundation, and this is the Rimmel Stay Matte foundation. I absolutely love this. I prefer this to my MAC one. I mean, I still love my MAC one, but I prefer this so much more. I also have another one from the drugstore, but it's a like slightly pricier drugstore foundation, and that's the number 7 foundation, and I also really love that one. But this Rimmel one is so good. You can hardly feel it on your skin, which is something that I really like because I don't really want anything too heavy or that you can feel lots. But this one is so light, and it's like a moussey texture, which was a new thing for me, and I actually really like it, and a little bit goes a long way, so won't be running out of this anytime soon. For powder, this is a slightly pricier end of the drugstore, but it is the Soap and Glory Kick-Ass Instant Retouch Pressed Powder. I really like this one. This is like what shade is it? This is a translucent one, and it is so good. I've never tried anything like this before. Admittedly, it is only like the 2nd powder I've tried, 3rd one actually, but I really like this. And if you're going to get one powder from the drugstore, I'd recommend the Soap and Glory one. I have like contouring products, so I've got the Sleek highlighting palette in the shade Solstice, I think. But if you have been on my channel for a while and you see my makeup collections, you would have already seen this. Again, I got this because it was raved about on YouTube, and I heard people talking about it at school, and I thought, you know what, it looks incredible, I'm going to get it. And also, little fact, this is the first like highlighting palette I've owned, so I'm pretty impressed with myself. I think I made a really good buy. Other than it being incredibly dirty, the shades in here are amazing, and I really like the payoff that it gives, and as well as the beautiful packaging, it has also got a beautiful inside. Contouring slash bronzing. This is the one that you can't go into the drugstore and get, but it is the same price as drugstore products, so that's kind of what I based it on. But it is the Avon Bronzing Pearls. Now, I'm not just saying this because I work for Avon, I'm a rep and all of this. I prefer this. I think this is I might have said this in my summer essentials. I prefer this over my Hoola bronzer. This is how good it is. It gives you a really natural finish, it can give you a really intense finish, but it's also got illuminating pearls in it as well, so it's never like too dark because it always adjusts to your skin tone. I prefer this over my Kat Von D and my Hoola bronzer, and I just thought I'd put it in here because this is the only like drugstore priced one that I have. And then last but not least, I have the Maybelline The Colossal Volume Express Cat Eyes Mascara. I flipping love this mascara. I've got it on right now. The payoff it gives, it like makes me look like I've got false lashes on. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but I really like that. I like any eyeshadow mascara that makes me look like I'm wearing false lashes, because I'm not a false lash person. So having a mascara that gives you the same effect is brilliant, and the wand just kills. Like, you can't really see it. If you can, then here it is, but it's so thin and it's like the shape of your eyelash, which means you can get every single individual eyelash, and it's like, it is so good, and I could not recommend it enough. I know there was a whole rave about the Maybelline Lash Sensational, and don't get me wrong, that mascara is great, but this one is so much better. I'm raving about it now because it is so good. The shape of the wand is amazing, and it gives you so much volume and a false lash effect, and I absolutely love it. So that concludes my Drugstore Essentials / Drugstore Starter Kit. Like I said, all of it you can pick up from the drugstore apart from the Avon Bronzing Pearls, in which case you can find a representative or you can shop for them online if these take your fancy. But they were my Drugstore Essentials. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, even though it had nothing to do with my background. But we're very pumped for Halloween. We are very excited because it is October, and in 3 days time it's my birthday, so we are extremely pumped for October. We are extremely pumped for my birthday. I'm going on a rant now. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please smash a huge thumbs up. Subscribe down below if you are new, or if you haven't already, and I will see you all next week with a brand new video. And as it is my birthday in 3 days, I mean, just guess what next week's video is going to be. Bye!